about. And you wouldn't talk about an elected official, a Landrieu supporter, a Democrat, encouraging folks to break the law, encouraging people to vote twice. That, to me, is a massive scandal. I want to know what you think about that.
Okay. I received the information yesterday from the Black Conservative Fund immediately because I knew it was coming anyway. Okay. Right. And so I listened to it. I watched it. And I will say that I listened to it because there wasn't anything really to watch initially.
It's just a blurred video, right?
A blurred video, okay. And the first thing I got to tell you, the very first thing that struck me was, this guy, meaning the mayor of Opelousas, was joking to a crowd of people stupidly.
You don't joke about that. You don't joke about that.
Well, no,
that's not something that you joke about, and that's what he's going to say. Obviously, as an excuse.
No, I'm just saying what my impression was.
All right, hang on, Steve. We've got to roll to a break. We'll come.
This morning, Steve, I don't know if you were listening, but we have prima facie evidence, proof that so-called black conservatives like Elbert Guillory is a useful idiot for white conservative male racist. Did you hear, Steve, this white male conservative male racist by the name of Mark Traina, who is a disgraced Jefferson Parish school psychologist who tweeted a few years ago that young black thugs need to be put down like the dogs they are. This guy who runs, he's the CEO of the National Association for the Advancement of White People, said that he wanted to wash the feet of Elbert Guillory. Elbert Guillory is an official, useful idiot for white conservative racists. And one more thing. This whole voter fraud, Jeff, you've been saying voter fraud, voter fraud.
Yeah, right. I'm worried about it.
I want Elbert Guillory to be subpoenaed by the Attorney General or an appropriate authority to go under oath and present the evidence for his just purely fictional and I think fraudulent claim. 10% of the votes for Mary Landrieu last time were voter fraud.
That's what he said.
About 100,000, Jeff. That's about 100,000 votes. She had 98,000 votes in her successful campaign in 2008. I want Elbert Guillory, the useful idiot, to be subpoenaed.
What do you make of the video clip he presented? You're not talking about that, James.
I'll talk about it.
A mayor of Opelousas. That's pretty shameful, I think.
Yep, I'll talk about it. Like, as Steve suggested, that's not a serious thing. That's like a pro-life meeting where somebody says, "Hey, let's go kill an abortion doctor." Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, it's not.
That would be a national news story if someone joked about that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. This is not. This was, as the lady said, it was in a group. I'm sure mostly black people. The guy was. If people want to do stuff like that, Jeff, they're not going to do it out in the open. Okay.
I'm just saying what I saw. I'm just saying what I saw, and I definitely felt when I said, "My God, this is just stupid." And then also I thought immediately was, this is cynical. This is horrible because of the fact that it's obvious the guy is joking because also the people laughed afterwards.
They were also yelling and screaming and hooping and hollering. I mean, they were agreeing with him. They were saying, "Yeah, voter fraud. Yeah, vote often. Yeah, we got the DA in our pocket. Yeah."
If you have evidence that this guy, the Opelousas mayor, went and conspired with these people.
He encouraged people to vote early, vote often.
Come on.
He did. It's on video. You're the one taking the video clip and saying, "Oh, he was joking." I'm not saying his words and what he encouraged people to do.
No.
Based on what he encouraged people to do. Vote early,
vote on
election day.
You're putting words in my mouth, Jeff.
You're saying, he was joking. You're dismissing what he did. He went on the air. He went into a rally, encouraged people to vote twice.
Jeff, what I said was that is the way that I interpreted it.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're giving the benefit of the doubt to someone who's a Landrieu supporter.
To me, it was very obvious what happened, and to me, it was very obvious that this tool. Meaning Guillory. No, wait. No, I agree. I totally agree. And I was thinking about the same thing earlier today. Mr. Guillory, go under oath and tell us, you have the information. go under oath and tell us.
Just say, I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you that you're just so willing to brush aside and claim the guy was joking.
No,
an elected official,
that was my opinion.
Hold on.
That's my opinion, Jeff, that he was
a very prominent Democrat. His son is Landrieu's chief of staff.
It was absolutely stupid.
These are connected, very powerful African-American Democrats. Before a big rally, telling people, if you voted early, no big deal, vote again on Election Day, saying the DA is in our pocket. That, to me, is shocking and offensive and very troubling.
And it's stupid, okay? But how do you know he wasn't joking? I don't know. That was my impression.
Well, you know what? You know how we can find out? By investigating, Steve.
Okay, fine, yeah. Investigate.
Somebody from the Louisiana Attorney General's office to investigate.
That's fine with me. Investigate, and let's get Mr. Guillory up there to tell us about the 10% that he knows of, okay? Well, and then all the other. Look,
what I'm trying to do is get the Secretary of State on here to address my concerns about
get them to investigate. Get them to investigate Landrieu. Get them to investigate.
All right, let me ask you this:
Get them to investigate
Guillory. Do you have an audio tape of a Cassidy supporter encouraging people to break the law? I mean, do you have any audio tape of a Cassidy supporter joking about that? If you do, present it.
I have audio tape and videotape of politicians, whether it's Bobby Jindal or President Obama, who are giving speeches, okay, and excuse me for a second.
He's advocating law breaking.
I already said I think it was stupid, but advocating something involves intent. Now, if you can prove to me that he intentionally was telling these people in that audience,
you know what?
Get out there and break this law.
Troubling. Okay? It's troubling enough. It needs to be investigated.
It's stupid. It should be investigated.
That's your
Guillory also. I mean, here is
Steve.
Excuse me.
Guillory needs to be commended. Guillory is showing courage for bringing this forward. Okay?
Oh, really? Is he?
Yes.
Is he?
Really? Yes, really.
Okay. And the statements that Guillory has made. Let's
investigate him. Let's investigate. Sure. I'm worried about voter fraud.
Let Guillory go under oath about the voter fraud. That's fine with me.
I'm sure he'd be willing to. I'm sure he'd be willing to do that.
Give us a document.
All right.
Tell us what he knows.
All right. We've got to take some more calls. 504-556-9696. Destrehan. Hey, Noel. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Nolan. I think it's Nolan in Destrehan. Hey.
He's a little bit delusional. You know, their whole party with the racism and all that is based on hate thoughts, mind thoughts, and then he's going to come out and this guy verbally says, I want to see you people vote twice, you people, and then they're going to come out and say, oh, they just joking. I mean, it just can't go two ways. Delusional, Steve. You're delusional.
Nolan, let me ask you. Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me ask you. Did you see the video?
Yes.
Okay. And you heard
there's
the
nothing to see. It's just a.
I understand that. Okay, but I just want to make sure that you saw the same thing I saw.
Try to divert back, and you could try to.
I'm just telling what I saw.
But darling, it stinks. The guy's saying vote twice.
It's stupid.
Whether he's serious or joking, he said it. And some people, if other people who are listening to him will say, "Well, he was just joking, but I'm gonna do it." It's like the guy, like Steve Brown's dad, saying, "Burn the city down." Mm-hmm. Oh, well, he was just joking. You're going to say he was just joking? He said it, darling. He said it. Wake up and get concrete. I mean, this abstract thinking of liberals, it's driving me crazy. The people of Ferguson, look at their logic. Mm-hmm. I actually think they think this cop is guilty. And they just don't listen. They divert stuff. It's just no logic. Anyway.
All right, my friend. Hey, Nolan, good to hear from you. It's been a while. That's Nolan in Destrehan. Let's bring on someone who has been very involved working with Senator Guillory. He's working with the Black Conservatives Fund. Our good friend Captain Black checking in with us. Hey, Cap. Good morning.
Greetings, fellow hostages.
Greetings, Captain.
In the spirit of the mayor of Opelousas, by all means, vote early and vote often.
Okay.
You know, I have to agree with Steve and you. I know a rarity.
Okay.
The political lore, but what do you treated them to do? Unless you can prove that people have gone and done it, which would have to, of course, be projected forward after December 6th, then you can't say that a crime has been committed. And I also agree with you, Jeff, that the fact that an elected official whose son just happens to be the chief of staff for the incumbent he's campaigning for would make that statement seems shocking to the general public, but having grown up in the failed Soviet client state that regrettably Black America's become, that's commonplace. It's only a big deal because it was captured on video. But you have a group of folks who think that we're slaves, the rules don't apply to us, anything we can do to avenge ourselves, we should do, and this is the result you get. And like Senator Guillory said in the video, instead of laying out some sort of record of tangible gains for black voters, he said, no, hey, just go ahead, vote, don't worry about it. The DA has got your back. That's how a lot of folks in the community see it. They feel like all they can do is, you know, hustle, connive for crumbs off the table. If a little voter fraud and treaty is thrown in, they feel that the weight of history justifies it.
Hey,
it's sad.
Cap, we talked to the Secretary of State's office. They said that the Secretary of State can't comment on it because a formal complaint hasn't been made. I made a formal complaint with them. So hopefully they'll investigate. We need to get to the bottom of it and find out whether he was joking or serious and whether there has been any voting fraud. Don't you think we need an investigation?
Look, the Voting Rights Act, under which every southern state has to comply, was not because people were just, passively dissuading, going to certain communities and say, hey, guys, don't vote in this upcoming election. No. We have a history of fraud. Whether it's Republicans or Democrats, whether they call themselves liberals or conservatives, regrettably in the southern body politic, I'm just talking about the South particularly, everywhere else has fraud too, but this is the only region of the country, and I think some parts of Boston, that actually has a Voting Rights Act. And the same way you can apply it to the modern conservative is the same way you can apply it to the modern liberal, if you see cause. We all want the ballot to have some integrity. Otherwise, what's the point?
Exactly.
What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. But the other thing is this business about this craven idiot. Let me say this to you. It is ironic to me that the very group that screams about voter ID is the very same group that is joking about voter fraud. And listen, I have not seen the video. I've only heard snippets.
Right.
I don't know if he was voting. If he was joking, he may very well have been. That in this racial climate, anybody heard of Ferguson, Missouri lately? Where buildings, 25, 30 buildings were burned down because of racial unrest, and this moron gets up, if he is joking, he gets up and he jokes about voter fraud. What else do we need? This guy should be recalled immediately. He should be recalled.
And whether he wasn't joking or he was joking, either way, it's despicable, wouldn't you say, Mike? I mean,
absolutely.
To be joking about something like that?
I know many black people in this community who lived through Jim Crow.
Right.
And if you tried to joke with them, they would understandably be very upset.
Right.
And I would be with them about Jim Crow. Well, hey, what was going on then? Voter fraud was going on there. People were being denied the right to vote by evil men. That's not something you joke about publicly.
Well said, my friend. That's Mike and Gretna. Let me give Steve a chance to respond. Steve, go ahead.
Thank you. I think it was just stupid. I think it was really stupid. If we had the video and we saw, his face when he was saying this, and through the whole process, and if you look really serious, okay, then I think we could make the much greater argument that he was really serious and he was fomenting this opportunity for them to go ahead and engage in voter fraud. Yeah, I think he should be investigated. I think the guy ought to, I mean, he was just stupid. I mean, absolutely stupid. And Mike is right. In this type of environment, I mean, how in the world could somebody do something that's stupid? But for you or me to say what he actually thought and why he did it, when we didn't see the video, we don't know. And that's
investigate.
And yeah. Sure.
All right, let's bring on one more quick caller. We only have about a minute. Adam, I want to give you the final word here with Steve Sabludowsky. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Jeff. Good morning, both of you. Jeff, I believe to characterize the comments, the sickening comments of the Mayor Opelousas as a joke is the real joke. It's the joke of the day. It takes a leftist hack to dream up an excuse for this type of behavior as being a joke. And
nobody.
Excuse me?
Steve, I mean, let him make his comment, and then we'll give you a chance to respond. Adam, quickly. Okay. I think we lost Adam. Steve, we have less than a minute. Go ahead. Your thoughts.
Sure.
Adam
Jeff
says, hey, only a liberal hack would rush to the defense of somebody like that, believing it to be a joke.
Again, well, believing it to be a joke and defending him are two different things. Okay? Again, that was my reaction. I have no reason to believe that he wasn't joking, that he wasn't mocking, okay, the very people who are criticizing, the very people who are charging, like Mr. Guillory, charging that there's voter fraud in the black community, in the Democrats all the time, okay? I think he was mocking that. That's what I think.
Probably not the best idea as far as to go on the comedy circuit to be doing that right before an election and to be doing it now in a very charged atmosphere. Hopefully we'll get some answers. Steve, we got to roll. We went overtime. Thanks so much. As